Interesting yesterday that had me thinking this might be the best conversation yet. Let's take a listen to what Chase had to say.
This is a chance for Brock Purdy to prove to the world that this isn't about Kyle Shanahan, that this isn't about Deebo Samuel, that it isn't about the weapons, that you can actually take a team on your back, put them, carry them.
So here's been the dilemma about Brock Purdy. People are saying they're going to have to pay him $60 million, Shady, next year because that's what he's earned. Been to a Super Bowl, been to an NFC Championship game. But once you pay him, he'll be without his stars, Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey. This is an audition, people are suggesting, for Brock Purdy to show he's worth the $60 million because he won't be able to afford his stars once they're paid. I ask you this, James. Are the injuries actually a blessing in disguise for Purdy? Because now he can prove to everybody, even without them, I can still ball.
They're not a blessing in disguise, but it is an opportunity for him to prove, not to the 49ers, because the 49ers know what type of quarterback Brock Purdy is. They see him every day in practice, right? They drafted him even though he was the last pick in the draft. They know exactly who Brock Purdy is, and that's why they're going to pay him. This is an audition, and it sounds crazy, for us. And the reason why I say that is because everybody, the world keeps saying that's not inside that building, breaking down the all 22, seeing where the football's supposed to go, knowing what play is called, right? On the outside looking in, we continue to keep saying and probably hating on Purdy because of all these weapons, saying, hey, man, bet he can't win with all this, bet he can't win with all this. So this is really for us on the outside looking in. Can Purdy go out here and deliver without two of his top two weapons, right? And once he checks that box off, there's really nothing else anybody can say. And I don't really care how much money the Niners pay him, but there's really nothing else anybody can say about Brock Purdy, even if he does lose a couple games. So I think him going out there playing well without these dudes checks the box for everybody else. But the Niners know what Purdy is. The Niners know how good Purdy is. The man done went to the NFC Championship and to the Super Bowl. They know how good he is.
I hate these conversations, though. Like, who the hell would want to play without their star players, though? Right? This dude, he's not Patrick Mahomes, and he's not Josh Allen. Right? Those are the only quarterbacks, in my opinion, that go out there and just win with anybody. Right? Like, a while back with Zeke Elliott, when he was with the Cowboys, right? This is when he first came on the scene. Everybody said, man, he had the best lineman. Them holes are so big. That's why he's getting busy. And I'm thinking, like, yo, he's doing everything he's supposed to do with that line. I go back to when I was with the Eagles. I had about my best year was like 600 yards. I was getting crazy busy, all pro and all that. And I went to Buffalo. It was way harder. I got busy also, but I'm like, yo, I wish I could go back to Philadelphia because I had so much more talent. When Deshaun Jackson's out on the outside, the safeties are deep. But when they hurt Sammy Watkins out there, they in the box. I think about, like, if Brock Purdy's at his best, it might not be without Deebo, without McCaffrey. Brandon Ayuk has come back from, not being in training. Why do we see Brock Purdy his best at the Super Bowl, at NFC Championship games. And why is that? Because I have so much weapons around me. I don't know no player that wants to play with guys not that good. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, are injuries ever a blessing in disguise? Like, no. And like you said, you want your guys out there, but what these injuries...
Sometimes injuries is a blessing in disguise.
Where? How?
Brett Favre came in, quarterback got hurt. That's history.
All right. He ain't no
Tom Brady.
He ain't no Tom Brady.
We're not talking about that right now.
I didn't say you said injuries. I'm like, it is a blessing.
We're talking about Brock Purdy. And in my opinion, he's going to have to grow not only on the field with his play, but with his mind. He's going to have a lot more pressure. We got some play right here. If you remember, he told Brian Flores at the end of the game, hey, your scheme is crazy. So let's just talk about what this is happening. Here's Harrison Smith right here, all right? Brock Purdy's under center. They're in a strong alignment, strong left alignment, all right? So here's what happens. Oh, man, all right, they're going to go to quarters because they were talking, James and I were talking, they were playing 4 press, which means they're a quarters coverage team, all right? So Brock's going to say, hey, you know what? I got something for you, okay? I'm going to end up checking right here, go to shotgun. I'm going to check to a quarters play, all right? So here's the fullback. Here's Kittle. Let's get over there, all right? Only problem is...
What's the problem, Chase?
Here we go. Oh, my gosh. What does this look like, James? Cover zero. You just check to a 5-man protection, and it's cover zero. Brock Purdy, what are you going to do? Because here's what you had on the sheet. You had a sail route and a pylon route. with a dagger route coming in. You don't have any hots. So, Brock Purdy, what are you going to do? Hey, Chase, guess what? I know what they're going to do. Oh, my gosh, they're going back to cover 2. They're not in quarters, so I checked to a quarters beater. Harrison Smith is an invert guy. This corner is going back to the deep half. That safety's right there. So now they're playing a 5-man rush. They end up dropping this guy right here, but they're playing cover 2. Chase, there's so many checks. You checked, we checked, I checked. What am I going to do? I'm just going to trust my feet, right? This sail concept right here, that's covered right by Harrison Smith. This pylon, nope, leverage. Deebo Samuel, what are you going to do? Watch his pocket movement right here. Just easily finds his guy for a good catch. That's what he's going to have to show the rest of the year, dude. Like, Deebo Samuel's out. He's 0-3 without Deebo Samuel. But the pressure on him to play like that every single snap is on. Yes, the scheme is going to be good, but at the end of the day, I'm seeing in the last 2 games of Brock Purdy, they are controlling the line of scrimmage. He's gotten more say at the line of scrimmage. He's getting in and out of plays like that. And that's what I love about Brock Purdy.
So you think he'll be fine? You think he'll be fine over this stretch?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think this is a blessing in disguise, but I also want to dismantle the myth that the Niners are going to be without talent once Brock Purdy gets paid.
Because he still do got it.
Like, for those that don't realize, Talanoa Hufanga was a 5th-round pick, All-Pro. Fred Warner, a 3rd-round pick, future Hall of Famer. George Kittle was a 5th-round pick, All-Pro. The Niners know how to draft, particularly late in the draft. So to say that the Niners will be without talent once Brock Purdy gets paid is ignorant, it's uneducated, it's uninformed, and it has a lack of research as it pertains to the San Francisco 49ers. Not only will they have talent even when Brock Purdy gets paid, Kyle Shanahan is the machine. Y'all realize Jordan Mason, Christian McCaffrey's backup running back, undrafted Jordan Mason, is on pace for 2,100 yards? No, he won't get there. But if he started all season, he'd probably get to 1,600. So it's not even like the Niners need all of these stars. They went to the Super Bowl without Christian McCaffrey, with Matt Breida, Jeff Wilson, and Raheem Mostert. So with that being said, I don't think Brock Purdy
and for me though, it's time now.
Time for what?
1-1. Holding out, getting all that bread. It's time. Show that you're the bona fide #1 wide receiver out there. Show that you can take over a game. I don't need Deebo out there. I don't need Christian McCaffrey. Line me up. If you want to follow your best corner on me, get that corner that work. It's time.
He is nice, but he need a little more time, though, right? He did miss the whole training camp.
Man, it's going on week 3. It's time to go. Hey, a heavier...
Can you get your legs back under you? They got heavy legs right now is what we call it in the facility.
Hey.
Bosa did the same thing, James.
I understand what you're saying.
They were winning, so we gave him a pass. Everybody needs time. No training camp.
100%. I was the main one saying that this is going to hurt CD Lamb, but it ain't. This is going to hurt Brandon Ayuk. But it's time for him to just, hey, you're going to get a lot of targets, a lot of opportunities. Show you like that.
Well, when we return, the biggest star in the NFL is a man by the name of Travis Kelce. But he's only on pace for 300 yards this season after having 9 consecutive or 8 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons prior to last year. We talk about Travis Kelce. He's been missing in action. Issue, non-issue. At 10:50, a huge conversation has to be had. The Miami Dolphins have put their star quarterback Tua Tagovailoa on injured reserve, but he's only missing 4 games for now. We'll see what that means for the long-term future. First and foremost, however, it's time for an Eagles team meeting. Are we worried? The Eagles are 2-7 in their last 9 games. Again, men lie, women lie, but these numbers do not.
Numbers don't.
They lost to the Atlanta Falcons when they were ahead, y'all. They were winning by 6 points with 1:39 seconds left. LaShawn McCoy's Eagles. The Eagles' all-time rushing leaders, Eagles. Shady McCoy's Eagles somehow, some way, found a way to snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory. And we are here to have a conversation about it.
Hey.
You know what's funny, man? First of all, good morning.
Good morning. Top of the morning.
The funny thing is, like, the Eagles, we lose like in the world, right? I just watched Dallas get smoked, right? And nobody want to talk about it, right? But the Eagles, is it panicking? Is it over for us? No. We should be 2-0, but we're not. We're 1-1. Cool. Okay? We're still a favorite to win the division, right? We lost by, 1 point? And our best player on the field, Saquon Barkley, missed a 1-yard pass to seal the game, which if we throw him that pass 10 times, he's going to catch 9 of those,
A.J.
right?
Brown didn't play.
So, and then our best player, right, that was my best player, didn't even play, A.J. Brown.
Talk about it too
I had a chance to talk to him yesterday, and he said, thank God I ain't play. Because the Falcons couldn't contain me, right? They had a hard time watching Devontae Smith. So you can imagine what they did with A.J. Brown. So I'm not panicking at all. I mean, it's the early season, right? We're trying to new coordinators on both sides, defense and offense, trying to figure everything out, we're going to be fine, though. All I'm saying is if you need the Eagles to lose by a talented Saquon Barkley missing a 1-yard pass, the league's in trouble.
Ooh.
The league is in trouble.
That is a good point, Chase. Daniel, what you think? Is it too early to panic for the Eagles?
I mean, no, but it's getting there a little bit, just a little bit. Look, they're 1-1. You don't know who you are as a team until your 4th, 5th, 6th game into the year. I think the Eagles, we talked about it yesterday in the show, I think they have one of the most talented rosters in the NFL, including defense. I know your point to it yesterday. You didn't think so. And you're going to get to that later. A little teaser right there. But here's my issue, guys. They're 2-7 in their last 9. All right, the Eagles have blown 4 leads in the final 2 minutes of games since the start of last season. It is the most in the NFL.
Give me that again.
The Eagles have blown 4 leads in the final